just watching this bit on John Oliver here. In fact, I've seen a number of John Oliver bits um, over the last. Well, I've made my way through it like a good more than a dozen. That's where I am in the list now. Was last. Um, this is the first one I've commented on, and in fact, I probably won't comment on particularly on. I'm half asleep. Um, I'm stumbling, but I probably won't comment on a lot of them. What he's doing is he's exploring ramifications of the lottery. Um, uh, the question of whether the money gets to where they claim it's getting to, and etc. etc. Um, and he kind of hit on it a little bit at the end, but kind of missed the biggest context, which is that it's a wealth distribution scheme to transfer the tax burden from the rich to the poor. It's just another part of this offloading of the tax burden from the rich to the poor. Um, and he pointed out that it is being accompanied by cuts in corporate taxes. He didn't really tie the causality there. He seems to be suggesting that the reason the money from the lottery isn't getting to where they claim it's getting to is because they cut corporate taxes, rather than drawing the proper conclusion, which is that the reason they cut corporate taxes is because they were able to generate revenue streams from the lottery. And that's what that is. That's a shift, right? But that's obvious to anybody that sees what's happening. What I really wanted to talk about was more about how fundamentally American that is. It's um, it's a syntax. It's a penance. It's retribution, right? You're provided with a temptation to do wrong and then punished for it. And it's placing the entire tax burden, in some, you know, literal sense, um, or certainly a sense that's more than figurative, um, reducing the slave class to um, a lottery process, right? It's the head tax. And if you can avoid the temptation to do wrong, then you can find your way out of being a slave to the tax system. What could be what could be more American than that? Remember, America is a country that still, in the year 2016, will put you in slavery for breaking the law. In fact, in some states, it will kill you for breaking the law. It's the level of wrath and retribution and violence. And it very much ties into it, right? If you take the idea to its logical conclusion, then you could possibly eliminate taxes altogether. Well, of course, except for the sin taxes attached to the lottery, to alcohol, and I suppose nowadays to marijuana as well, and of course the cigarettes too. That way, you're not punishing success, right? Instead, you're punishing failure. Because it's not the rich that should be punished for their success. It is the poor who should be punished for their failure. Whoever said whoever said that the meek shall inherit the earth, I don't know. or that the poor shall inherit the earth. I'm not sure anybody ever said that, or at least I'm not sure it's really seen as particularly relevant. Okay, within a primarily Calvinist nation that is really so far removed from the basis of Christianity, is that I mean, does that sound like a Christian nation, or does that sound like the Great Satan? Right? Is it God that tempts you and punishes you for it, or is that behavior that's meant to be ascribed to the evil one, right? But again, just note you know, how characteristically American it is. You don't get more American than that, right? To punish the poor. Because, of course, in the minds of America, the minds of Americans, it is a great injustice that the wealthy continue to be punished for their success. Forget about flat taxes, just have sin taxes. Maybe it's crazy, but don't say nobody warned you.